So the other day I was watching a video by the Hitfilm YouTube channel on how to make a black hole effect, and I thought, hey, that looks kind of like an eye, so I was inspired to do this, which is, as you can see, an Eye of Sauron. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm in Hitfilm, in a composite shot, and I'm going to create a new black plane and drag it in to the timeline twice. On the top layer, I'm going to go to the Effects tab and search for Fractal Noise, and there we go, and drag it onto the Effects, and in the under Type I'm going to change that to Fluid. And next I'm going to select the elliptical mask tool and make sure I've selected the plane with fractal noise, and I'm going to go to the center of the screen, or as close as I can get it. You can see the coordinates of your mouse by looking at the bottom of the viewer. Once I'm there, I'm going to press Shift and Alt and then drag out, or I think it's Shift and Option on a Mac, and that creates a perfect circle with the center as the origin point. Under Shape, I'm then going to feather it a bit so it's a bit softer. And I'm going to drag another instance of that plane in and hide it so I can see through. Then I'm going to grab the freehand mask tool and draw a pupil shape. And when I unhide it, you can see it looks kind of like a pupil, but I'm going to make the side points unlocked curves so I can manually adjust the angle that they're at. I'm going to apply a little bit of feathering, not too much though. And then back into the effects panel, and I'm going to look for the bonfire effect. This is a 3D effect, but it is available in Hitfilm Express. It's basically using the particle simulator that's available in Hitfilm Pro, but you can still use it in Express. And I'm just fiddling around, making sure it looks a bit more like an eye. Okay, now I've just hidden the pupil so we can see the fire more clearly. I'm going to turn on motion blur and set the blend mode to add or screen. Both look quite good for this effect. And colour gives a more stylized look to it if you want to create like a logo or something. And I'm just going to move the position to where it looks about right. Change the X rotation to -90, or 90 even, sorry. Y rotation we can leave the same, or change, it doesn't really matter. And the Z rotation, or Z rotation, to be 90. -90, sorry. And then I'm just going to turn up the scale a bit, so it's covering the circle. And then material, we can leave the same. General, we want the height to be a bit taller. And the target, we're going to come back to that. Under fire, the spread, we can turn that up a bit so it's slightly more covering more area. Under smoke and embers, we want to disable them, so we've just got the fire. And then you just need to mess around with the settings so that you feel good about them. and it looks alright for your shot. One thing that I should mention is the further the target is away from the actual fire, the more spread out it's going to be. Then we want to duplicate the bonfire layer and change the Z rotation to 90, and also alter the position slightly, the X position, and there we go. We're almost done now. We just want to change the opacity to maybe 80%, and that'll make it less in your face and slightly more realistic, if you can call it realistic, I don't know. But again, you can see that it's the swirly mess underneath is grey, and we don't want that, so I'm going to drag a tint effect on, and for the black we're going to map that to a red or an orange, quite a dark orange, and the white we're going to map it to a yellowy orange. And there we go, and turn the amount all the way up. And when we unhide that, then we can see it looks like an Eye of Sauron, really. I've just added a grey layer. You don't really need to do this, and just to show the what the fractal noise is doing, you can just see. And anyway, that's done now, and thanks for watching, and bye.